Today's focus is a laptop that sits in that very important middle ground between affordability and real productivity power, the kind of machine that isn't trying to be flashy but instead tries to quietly handle everything you throw at it on a daily basis. At first glance, the design language is straightforward and professional. A matte black finish, simple edges, and a clean overall profile. It's not chasing ultra-thin trends or gaming aesthetics. Instead, it leans into a more practical identity, something that feels appropriate for offices, classrooms, or remote work setups where reliability matters more than attention. The display measures 15.6 inches and runs at full HD resolution. That 1080p panel is still one of the most balanced choices at this size because it delivers enough sharpness for text-heavy tasks while keeping performance demands efficient. Whether you are working through spreadsheets, writing documents, attending video calls, or just streaming content after work, the screen holds up well in day-to-day use. It's not designed for high-end creative color grading, but for productivity and general use, it does exactly what it needs to do without unnecessary complications. Under the hood, the performance story is where things start to get interesting. Powered by the AMD Ryzen 7 7730U processor, this system brings an 8-core and 16-thread architecture that is built for multitasking efficiency. In real usage terms, that means you can keep multiple browser tabs open, run office applications, switch between meetings, and handle background tasks without the system feeling overwhelmed. It's the kind of processor that doesn't necessarily try to peak in benchmark headlines, but instead focuses on sustained performance over long work sessions. That consistency is what matters most in a productivity machine. Paired with 16GB of RAM, multitasking becomes smooth and predictable. This is a very important sweet spot in modern computing. It ensures that applications don't constantly reload, and switching between workflows feels seamless. Whether you're working with productivity tools, cloud-based apps, or standard desktop software, the experience stays responsive. Storage is handled by a 512GB solid-state drive, which significantly improves the overall speed of the system. Boot times are quick, applications load without delay, and file access feels immediate. Compared to older mechanical drives, this change alone transforms how fast the system feels in everyday use. It also gives enough space for documents, media, and essential software without constant storage management issues. Moving to usability, the keyboard layout includes a full numeric keypad, which is especially useful for users who deal with numbers, accounting work, or data entry. The typing experience is designed for comfort during long sessions. It's not overly flashy or mechanical, but it provides a stable and consistent feel that supports productivity rather than distracting from it. Port selection is another strong point. You get HDMI output for external displays, which is extremely useful for extending your workspace or giving presentations. There is also an RJ45 Ethernet port, which is becoming less common in modern laptops but remains extremely valuable for stable wired internet connections. Along with standard USB ports and wireless connectivity, it ensures you are covered in both office and home environments without relying heavily on adapters. The built-in webcam supports video conferencing, which is now a core requirement for any work-focused machine. While it is not designed for high-end content creation or streaming setups, it performs well for meetings, online classes, and everyday communication. On the software side, it runs Windows 11 Pro, which brings additional control, security features, and management tools compared to standard versions. This is especially useful in professional environments where system stability, security policies, and remote management capabilities are important. Battery life is positioned for a full workday under moderate usage conditions. That means typical office tasks, browsing, and communication can be handled without constantly staying plugged in. It's not an extreme endurance machine, but it is reliable enough for daily professional routines. When you put everything together, this laptop is clearly designed with intention. It is not trying to compete with premium ultrabooks or high-performance gaming systems. Instead, it focuses on being dependable, efficient, and practical. Strong CPU performance, sufficient memory, fast SSD storage, and a full set of business-friendly ports make it a solid productivity tool. This is the kind of machine that makes sense for students, professionals, freelancers, and small business users who need something stable that can handle everyday workloads without unnecessary complexity. If your priority is getting a laptop that simply works well, stays consistent, and doesn't slow you down during important tasks, this setup fits directly into that category. For pricing and availability, check the link in the description.